The Kurdish people are a people with a rich culture and history, who live in the northeastern part of the Middle East. They are famed for the harsh persecution they have suffered within the last century, and the current fighting in the Middle East. In this video, we're going to take a look at their flag, and a little bit of their history. This is the flag of the autonomous Kurdistan region in northern Iraq, sometimes known as Southern Kurdistan. The flag is often used by the Kurds as a symbol for the Kurds' desire for an independent Kurdish state. Because of its links to Kurdish nationalism, the flag is banned in Iran, Syria and Turkey, which all have large Kurdish minorities. There are roughly between 30 to 32 million Kurdish people living in the Middle East, with somewhere around 15 million living in Turkey, about 7 million in Iran, 2.5 million in Syria, and 8.5 million in Iraq, as well as smaller numbers in Armenia, Georgia, and Azerbaijan. Because of this, it's surprising that the Kurds do not have their own state, and this leads us to ask the question, why? The Kurdish peoples formed various states during their history, most notably during the medieval period, but they eventually found themselves annexed into the Ottoman Empire during the early 1500s. The Kurds were granted a lot of autonomy under the Ottoman rule until the Ottoman centralist policies in the beginning of the 19th century, which aimed to remove power from the principalities and localities, which directly affected the Kurdish emirs. The first modern Kurdish nationalist movement emerged in 1880 with an uprising led by a Kurdish landowner and head of the powerful Shemdinan family, who demanded political autonomy or outright independence for the Kurds, as well as a recognition of a Kurdish state without interference from Turkish or Persian authorities who contested the region. This uprising was ultimately crushed, but laid foundations for others in the future. Fast forward 40 years, Kurdish nationalism further emerged after World War I, with the end of the Ottoman Empire, which had historically successfully integrated but not assimilated the Kurds, primarily through repression of Kurdish attempts to gain independence. After World War I, the victorious Western Allies made provision for a Kurdish state in the 1920 treaty. Such hopes were dashed 3 years later, however, when the Treaty of Lausanne, which set the boundaries of modern Turkey, made no provision for a Kurdish state and left the Kurds with a minority status in their respective countries. In response to uprisings in the 1920s and 1930s, many Kurds were resettled, Kurdish names and costumes were banned, the use of the Kurdish language was restricted, and even the existence of a Kurdish ethnic identity was denied, with people designated the Mountain Turks. Over the next 80 years, any move by Kurds to set up an independent state was brutally squashed by the nations whose boundaries they are stuck within. And this, of course, led to the radicalization of a number of Kurdish factions. The current Kurdish flag is based on the flag of the Republic of Ararat, or Kurdish Republic of Ararat, which was a self-proclaimed Kurdish state located in eastern Turkey, which lasted about 2 years between late 1927 and 1930. The flag was adopted in the Kurdistan region of Iraq in 1999 after becoming a common symbol used in the media before that. The main characteristic of the flag is the blazing golden sun emblem at its centre. The emblem's sun disk has 21 rays, equal in size and shape, with a single odd ray at the top and the 2 even rays at the bottom. The number 21 is a venerated number, the 21st of March is the Kurdish New Year, and stands for rebirth and renaissance in the ancient native Kurdish religion. The colours of the flag are symbolic. Red symbolises the blood of the martyrs and the continued struggle for freedom and dignity. Green expresses the beauty and landscape of Kurdistan, as well as life and vitality. Yellow represents the source of life and the light of the people, and white represents peace and equality. At the minute, unfortunately, in the region the red of the flag is likely the most representative of the situation of the Kurds and the other people of the region, but hopefully in the near future, the region might finally find some peace.